Brian Grimes, your real estate mentor, back with another action-packed session. Today, we're going to be talking about how to find good deals. So if you've been struggling to find good deals, you don't know what to do, you're going to have to try this, the 3D method, which the 3D method will show you some of the right steps that you need to be taking to get results. So what is the 3D method? Number one is deals. You want to break this into three sections. If you want to get more deals, you have to have multiple deal sources. Here's where I go. I'll go to wholesalers. And I want to build out a big network of wholesalers because from a time standpoint, even if you can do your own activity, you can get in front of motivated sellers, and I'm doing my own marketing and cold calling and all this stuff. There's still a limit of time. Real estate is about leverage. The only thing that combats time is leverage. So I want to go to wholesalers and build out this network of other people who are door knocking and digging up deals because it increases my leverage. It increases my abundance of deal flow and just gets me in front of more opportunities for the incremental cost of them marking up the deal 4, 5,000, 10,000 on deals that I can still make $50,000, $60,000 on in the short term and $100,000 plus in the long term plus cash flow. That's a worthwhile trade. That's called leverage. So I'm going to find them on Facebook Marketplace, investorlift.com, Craigslist. I'm going to go to these off-market deal sourcing websites, and I'm going to find wholesalers, and I'm just going to get on their mailing list, as many of them as possible. Ideally, you want to have about 10 to 15 wholesalers on your list, and the smaller wholesalers, not the big ones. The big ones are full of it. And because they have these big offices, they're marking up their deals 50K and they're not profitable. And then they lie to you and mark up the comps, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Number two, auctions, online auctions, sheriff sales, tax liens, tax certs. I want to go to these auctions to get deal flow because I can get some really cheap, low to the ground deals. One profitable auction deal can make you 50 to 100,000. So going to the auctions, learning how auctions work is very important. The auction is dangerous. So the auction is not easy. And then the MLS, you have to go to the MLS. You have to go to Redfin. You have to go to Zillow. You have to go to realtor.com. A lot of places will tell you, you can't find any deals off the MLS. Well, we get deals for 30 cents on the dollar off the MLS through the Boots on the Ground program every week. So mixing it in, the reason you have to do the MLS is because the MLS, 90% of the deals that trade on the market trade on the MLS. So if you cut out the MLS, you're cutting out too much abundance and you're going to fail. The data, you have to be able to run your comps. So you have to know the after repair value. Everything is based in real estate on the after repair value. You shouldn't be reliant totally on someone else. This is how a lot of people get burned by wholesalers because they don't know what deals are worth. They don't know how to pull comps, which is a basic skill set. Rehab, you have to be able to build rehab budgets or at least understand the cost of construction at a rudimentary level, or you will get burned by contractors as you're trying to scale. You need to understand lending. A lot of people don't understand the lending cost, the lending fees. How can I get more money to do deals? What are my options? So many of you and I'll put this, even I'm guilty of this. There have been times I've been in deals and I've been like, this deal is over. I'm dead. Like I'm done. The money's dried up. The walls are collapsing because I wasn't aware of the different lending and strategies that are out there. And then like I had a partner at the time and he was more educated on the lending piece, and he just comes up, oh no, I got this lender. They're going to do this. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that existed. So you have to understand your lending costs, the lending options, your lending fees, so that you can run your numbers correctly, because running your numbers is really important. And then discipline. Discipline should have been number one. Number one for your discipline is your pipeline. You need a pipeline of deals. And pipelines of deals come from discipline, from reaching out to all these people, these wholesalers, going to auctions, MLS, like just building out your pipeline, building out your abundance. It requires some work, some upfront work, unless you're tapping in, once again, to our Boots on the Ground program where we're just going to do it all for you. Discipline is required to build your network as well. So to network and build different relationships. Upfront, it requires some work and digging and research. But once you build it, it's kind of there. Like my network right now is like on autopilot. I kind of can't get rid of my network. It's just naturally there. It's an ecosystem. And then follow up. I'll give it a good 40%. 40% of your deal flow will come through follow up. As you get better at this game, as you start to scale, 40% of your deal flow comes from follow up. So there are going to be lots of deals that you make offers on as we're submitting lots of offers. And they're just like, no, I'm not taking it. No, I'm not interested. No, we can get more money. We can do more than that. And then you're like, okay, you let them sit on the market for a while. Then they start price dropping. Then you follow up. Or you keep, reaching out once a week. Hey, is that deal still going? is the buyer still in? Anything happen? Keep me posted. I'm still interested. I'm still interested. Just putting out one text a week to your wholesale network, to your realtor network, can get you an extra 40% of deals.